Hello guys, welcome to another Tech Talk video. Today I'll be looking at the new AscherRacing Mclaren Artura Ultimate Simracing wheel and how to mount it on a Fanatec DD2 using the Podium hub and QR2 system. Also briefly looking at how to changing the dials and customizing the button layout. And don't forget to check out all the details in the manuals that follow your hardware. Make sure the little ridge on the QR is pointing down to the USB-C outlet of the Podium hub. Find the M5 bolts to mount the QR. Make sure to mount them diagonally so they're not making an uneven pressure. And continue all the way around and don't over tighten. Once the QR side is done, I recommend to find a cloth or something to put the wheel on so you can disassemble it and start mounting the QR system. At this point it's also good to check the manual from Ascher and make sure you remember to unlock or disassemble the coil cable connector as the first thing, and then you start doing the top torque screws and then turn it around and disassemble the other screws. And we are removing all these screws and bolts to be able to connect or mount the QR system from the inside and out. That's why we have to open the wheel. Carefully open the wheel. In the manual it says you can take off the cables. I did not do that. I was just very careful. Find the bolts included with the wheel. Use the washer. And find the three pattern hole that match the Podium hub with the back plate of the wheel. And yet again, don't over tighten one bolt 100%, just do it one by one all the way around until they are all three very tight. And once it's all secured, put the back plate together with the front plate very carefully. Make sure no cables are twisted or blocked or squeezed. It should be all clean. And then reapply all the bolts on the back and on the front. make sure to double check that you tightened all the bolts correctly on the front and on the back. And as you might have guessed, the wheel is quite heavy with the Podium hub and QR2 system. I'll disclose the weight compared to the Fanatec in the end of the video. So it's time to mount the rotary knobs and joystick knobs. I did not go and replace the top thumb encoders just yet, because you would have to disassemble the wheel a lot more. There's a really good manual that shows it, but it would require a lot more. So I just use the tools now to dismount the rotary knobs and the joystick knobs. And as advised, it's recommended to use an old credit card or plastic card. Make a little cut in it so you can make a gap between the wheel and the rotary knob. And remember, don't over tighten these small bolts. They are very tiny and in different sizes, but there's a little bag with extra if you need it. Yet I would really advise to be careful with these, as I think they would get stuck inside the rotary encoder if you over tighten. And moving on to the small rotary encoders or joystick knobs, I think that's what they're called in the manual. You have to align them with the little groove that's in the plastic and beneath, so you can get the Allen key in. So this is how it looks, fully assembled, with the rotary knobs and customized looks, and the Podium hub and the QR2 system. Yeah, let's move on to the button caps. Alongside the wheel, you get a plastic bag full of button caps. Take a good look and think how you want to place them before you disassemble the covers. And the covers are removed simply by removing the screws, and just follow the manual. And then you need to find the two metal brackets or tools that you put under the button cap and press down on them, and up will the button cap go. And they advise to put a piece of paper in between, so you're sure to not ruin the wheel. Pretty straightforward. And a side note, if some of the buttons get stuck when you press them down, I think the tolerances are so small that the paint on the caps actually can block it. So what I did here is I used one of the metal tools and scraped some of the painting off and put them back in. Just make sure there's no dust or paint rest debris lying around. Clean it up, and then they should be good. So something I want to touch upon is, of course, you can feel the Aschers quite more heavy. So I measured them, Fanatec 1530. And the Ascher is substantially heavier, running at 2,296 grams. And the weight brings me to the final words. So yes, it's heavy, but it's high quality. And I don't think the weight is an issue at all. Now I've already tested it for almost a week, but I just added a little FFB or strength on the direct drive 2 engine. Actually only in the game, as I run 100% in the Fanatec software anyway. And this wheel works really well with the DD2, to be honest. The Podium hub and QR2 makes it feel really, really solid. It's also one of the reasons why I got this wheel. When the QR2 was released, I knew that I could invest in a proper wheel, because I didn't want to connect a wheel of this caliber with the QR1. And it's clear that due to the added weight and added force feedback and the bigger diameter, it really feels really good and rigid. I already did lots of races, even a 3-hour endurance race on Bathurst, Australia, and you really need to work the wheel on top of the mountain, and it's been so fun and the feeling is so great. I'm happy, and I'm surprised that the 300 millimeters really adds so much feel combined with the added FFB. It's like the weight transfer is so much smoother, and you can really feel the car better compared to a 280 and with less SFB. So I'm really happy for this. And I need to add, it's not recommended to use this wheel with lower strength or medium strength direct drive systems. You need one with I don't know, 15 and up. And then there's the entire sim hub, button and dash and LED profiles. That's like a complete universe to itself. It's like going into a playground for adults. It's so fun, and you can customize it and do it exactly how you like it. So I can definitely recommend this wheel, and I think the price point is pretty fair, especially for the quality you get. That's really impressive, to be honest. Be sure to check out my other videos, TikTok videos, and if not, catch me on live stream on Twitch. Take care.